Hello fellow introverts and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about my favorite pastime, punching people in the face. Now, that being said, it's not me specifically. I never took it that seriously and made it that far. But what I am talking about is Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. It is going to be the heavyweight showdown of the century. I cannot express. Somebody is going to sleep. They're going to punch somebody in the back of the face. Do you know how exciting that is? It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, Tyson Fury, for those who don't know, is the world heavyweight champion. And the WBC belt, I believe. He's been trying to unify the belts, but other people have been ducking him. And obviously, Francis Ngannou is the former UFC heavyweight champion. Now, I say former because he won the title, he defended it, and then he was in talks for negotiations, and he wasn't willing, or the UFC rather, wasn't willing to give him what he wanted to keep him on. So he then since moved to the PFL, which we are very, very excited to see him make his debut in, because that man, he is a beautiful machine of absolute chaos. Now, this kicks off, the reason I'm talking about this is because these two are getting ready to fight in Dubai on the 28th, right? So here are some things that you should know about Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, versus Francis Ngannou, the Predator. During a scheduled press conference in London, world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury showcased himself as a larger-than-life entertainer. He grabbed the microphone, he strode confidently across the stage, he offered compliments to his opponent, Francis Ngannou, who again, they're gonna fight on October 28th of this year. I quote, "You're one good-looking son of a bitch," Fury playfully said. He expressed gratitude and praised Ngannou for his bold move away from the UFC. Fury constantly engaged with the audience, shaking hands, conducting interviews, and posing for pictures. Even during the post-press conference, the face-off was entertaining, with a shirtless, less toned Fury standing nose to nose with a chiseled Ngannou. For those who don't know, this is what Tyson Fury looks like, and this is Francis Ngannou. Critics have understandably questioned the Fury-Ngannou matchup. At 35, Fury is the reigning heavyweight boxing champion and has undefeated pound-for-pound lists. In contrast, Ngannou at 37 has spent his career in mixed martial arts and will be making his boxing debut. Promoter Bob Arum highlighted Ngannou's incredible power, while Frank Warren, Fury's longtime promoter, promised excitement. Ngannou's power is well structured. Having dispatched numerous opponents in the UFC, for this fight, he got Iron Mike Tyson to train him for the upcoming fight. Fury, however, plans to implement a different strategy, relying on his jab and head movement and waiting for Ngannou to tire out before launching his powerful right hand. Now, for those who follow in the circle, his strategy is the rope-a-dope, what he did to Deontay Wilder, very, very similar to almost a mirror image of what Muhammad Ali did to George Foreman. Now, Fury also made a mention of Ngannou's large target, a big head that's hard to miss. It's suggested that fighters like Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder wouldn't hesitate to take a similar deal. Former cruiserweight champion Tony Bellew dismissed the fight as a joke, but acknowledged he'd accept the offer in a heartbeat. While Fury could have faced other opponents like Felipe Harvick, Frank Sanchez, and Martin Buakaw, these fights wouldn't gain the attention of this level. Fury stands to collect a substantial sum, with the odds overwhelmingly in his favor. Bob Arum encourages reporters to review Ngannou's tapes, revealing a fighter whose punches seem more to move in slow motion by boxing standards. Ngannou acknowledges working on improving his delivery system, a critical aspect of his strategy for the fight. Fury, seated at the opposite end of the table, simply smiled. The fight will draw UFC fans eager to witness Ngannou's transition, boxing enthusiasts who follow Fury, casual viewers curious about the battle between MMA powerhouse and the boxing champion. As the excitement builds for this extraordinary showdown, Ngannou summed it up his intentions by saying, "I'm going out there hunting for the guy's head." Yet Fury remains confident that he won't be an easy target, declaring, "If I lose to an MMA guy, I will never be able to show my face in public again." Now, that's the mainstream stuff. That's in Dubai. You're going to be able to watch that on ESPN Plus, probably for a nominal fee, I'm sure. What I'm interested in is the BKFC, the Bare Knuckle Fight Championship. Now, what this is basically boxing or fighting at its rawest form. Now, bare knuckle, they do wrap their hands, but it's just that. They wrap no gloves, nothing. They just box. Now, why is this important? The best fight, in my opinion, is coming from the BKFC in India. We have Buakaw versus Saenchai, which is the epitome of styles. Buakaw, the Mike Tyson of Muay Thai, the constantly moving forward, never backing down, always wanting to hit somebody harder. He is a absolute terror while he's boxing. He's got 279 fights, I believe, and 240 wins out of those, and out of that, like 73 coming via knockout, which is crazy, right? You move to Saenchai. Saenchai, the complete opposite. A technician. Very elusive, very fluid, very counterpuncher-esque. Also, it is of note that he is 3 inches shorter, give or take, than Buakaw. But these two are the very best of friends. But business is business. Now, if I could, and I'm sure my friends would attest to this, hey man, let's get together, let's fight each other on a world stage, and let's both walk away with like $20 million. How does that sound? Good? I don't think any of my friends would tell me no. These two were supposed to fight back in March, but it got canceled for various, we'll say, unresolved political bullshit, right? So the bare knuckle Muay Thai match between Buakaw and Saenchai is back on. The two were originally set to fight in March, but the bout, again, was called off for reasons that remain, quote-unquote, a little bit murky. Buakaw and Saenchai had been scheduled to fight on March 18th, but 2 weeks before the match, promoters issued a statement declaring that they weren't sure whether or not the rule set was legal and decided to call it off, which again, arbitrary bullshit. However, the BKFC promoter declared on Facebook today that the fight is back on again and would happen November 4th. The fight was originally set at 151 pounds, which is a weight that Buakaw has been fighting at for the past 20 years. Saenchai has fought at that weight in the past, but would be significantly smaller than the two-time K1 Max winner. Buakaw and Saenchai are the biggest names in Muay Thai, and this fight has been the subject of speculation for decades. It was always felt the size difference was insurmountable, while both men used to be signed to rival promotions. But these days, Buakaw is a free agent, while Saenchai is very much his own man. The rescheduled fight is likely to take place at the Royal Cliff Hotel Group in Hayata. Guys, I could sit here and gush and give you complete breakdowns of everything. Well, I mean, I could, and I will, if that's what you want. But I would recommend heading over to Lawrence Kenshin's technical breakdowns. He does a fantastic piece on both Buakaw, on Saenchai, and about them two being very, very good friends. So, shameless plug for Lawrence Kenshin. He obviously doesn't need my help, but I do appreciate his hard work, and it is really something that is worthy of your time. Now, with that being said, I will talk to you nerds later.